This goes here. There's more. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Monica and I'm a photographer based in New York City. And in this channel, we do photo walks, film reviews, and some gear talk. If you're into that, do subscribe to my channel. But hello, nice to meet you. So today, I wanted to share what's in my travel kit. Summer's here and it's pretty much safe to travel anywhere now without a mask. Except for my one cousin. No one knows that we are going to San Diego to pretty much surprise my whole family because it's my aunt's birthday. So this is going to be released after that trip so we don't ruin the surprise, you know. I figure I share what I usually travel with. To be honest, this is a very minimal kit. This time around, I'm shooting all film on my travels, except for a couple of digital things, but I will show you what's in my travel kit. This is all my cameras and my films and everything else that has anything to do with photography. They are in this tiny bags. I know you guys are probably gonna say something about having a camera bag. I really don't like to bring camera bags. I don't like how they're built. I feel like they're too clunky, and I just like pouches like this that I can put in my tote bag, in my travel duffel. So for reference, this is my personal bag. It's this giant leather tote bag. It has this big pocket out here and a big pocket and a zip compartment inside. Pretty much like where my wallet and my passport and IDs, whatever, they're all gonna go in here. This is just for reference. It's really big. I can put like a cardigan in here or a shawl if it gets really cold on the plane. And also my toiletry bag. I don't really like to travel heavy, especially when I'm getting on a plane. And I don't know about you, but I hate going through TSA. TSA is no one's friend, except if you have a TSA pre-check, which is hats off to you. That's amazing. It's kind of a nightmare. If you're traveling and you're going to fly, that means you're going to go through TSA. I do suggest you get something like this, a lead-lined bag to protect your films, whether it's exposed or unexposed, because the X-ray can damage the film, especially if it goes through multiple times. Another tip is you shouldn't put your films in a checked bag, because the X-rays for any checked luggage or bags are a lot stronger than the X-rays that they use in a TSA. Another thing is I find too that when I use the lead-lined bag, TSA, they don't really ask me to take it out of my bag, but if you don't feel comfortable, you know, using this bag and you're unsure, sure, go ahead, use a Ziploc bag and put your films and take them out of the box. TSA agents, they need to inspect each roll just to make sure that it's clean and that it's safe, which I don't really like to do. It has never happened to me yet using this lead-lined bag, but who knows, it might happen on this trip this coming weekend. I absolutely jinxed myself. It actually happened for the first time ever. A TSA agent put my stuff to the side and looked in the lead bag, and when they saw that it's film, we kind of had a short little chit chat about, oh, no one shoots film anymore, and then he closed it back up. 5 seconds later, I have my stuff. I actually prefer this method than handing them a Ziploc bag, because 100% of the time the TSA agent will just be super annoyed that you're telling them to hand search something. Yes, it's their job, but honestly, if they don't have to, they'd rather not. So if a TSA agent asks you to look at the pouch, just kindly give it to them. The TSA X-ray can actually expose the 800 ISO film because it is really light sensitive versus like a 400 or a 200 ISO film. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's proven, but I really try not to travel with 800 ISO film for that reason. I've used this a couple of times. I went to California with this bag. I also went to Montreal with this bag, and both times my film, they were perfectly fine. The photos were great. There were no issues. I highly recommend this bag for sure. I have 2 magazines of Instax square film. This is the black frame one. I prefer Instax square versus a Polaroid. I find that the colors are more consistent than actual Polaroids, and you get 10 frames in one magazine compared to a Polaroid, which is like you only get 8. I like getting more for my dollar. This is really why I buy these instead of Polaroids. This is my stash box, and I got this from Lomography. It's $10, it's great. I am bringing Red Scale by Lomography. Lomography 400. I swear I'm not sponsored by Lomography. It just so happens that I like their films and I like their products. Kodak Ultramax 400. Wolfen NC500 film. The newest unicorn film. Fuji Superior Extra 400. Fuji is slowly killing off all their iconic films, so I think the end is very near. I usually like to travel with ISO 400 film stocks. I feel like it's a more versatile film compared to like a 200. 800 is okay too, but sometimes if you have a point and shoot camera, if your point and shoot camera doesn't go past a certain shutter speed, your 800 ISO film might be overexposed. Just make sure you know the specs of your camera if you are shooting in point and shoot camera. Now we're gonna go through this bag. I think I got this from Amazon years ago, and it's slightly padded. It doesn't have a zip top or anything, but it does have this handy handle for TSA, so I just lift it and put it on the basket. And what's in the Prada pouch is actually Insta360. If you've never seen one before, it's this small camera, and I got a customized skin for it. It's like a GoPro, but really tiny. The Instax Square 6. My new favorite, Pentax 35 AF. The reason why I only bring point and shoot cameras for my trip is I don't live there, and I'm going on a trip. I paid for this trip. I paid for the hotel, the flights, the food, or whatever. I just don't want to miss a thing. Imagine if I bring a Canon AE1 or like my Yashica Electro 35 GT and something happens in a flash. I will miss it. This is just for me personally because I'm not fully knowledgeable with zone focusing. I wish I am. And that's okay. I feel like, you know, point and shoots can really create like amazing photos as well. Because if I am, yes, I'll bring a Yashica Electro 35 GT and then call it a day. Really, the tip is bring a camera that you know you can use confidently, because there will be moments that you want to capture, and it will be really upsetting if you miss those moments, if you miss those shots. Take it from me, it has happened quite a bit. With that, I have this pouch. I like using pouches to put in pouches. And in this pouch, I have, you can kind of see, I have a film retriever. Pretty much this is like the battery and the cord pouch. I just like to stay organized that way. The last thing in this little bag is my portable charger. It's 26,800, so it can power my laptop actually. That is all I have for you guys today. Let me know if you are traveling anytime soon, what you're bringing. Photography wise, if you shoot film, what film stocks are you going to bring? Jot them down in the comments. Maybe you'll inspire me to travel somewhere new. If you haven't yet, do subscribe to this channel, and please go check out my Instagram. I post there daily, mostly the stories, if not my feeds. Here's my website. While you're there on my website, go check out my merch store and also my print shop. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Oh my goodness. That was, we can't stop talking about you too. I keep saying, Marcos should be here. Give me that day.
Hey Marcus, what's up, bro?
We were talking non-stop about you. Especially this guy.
I was telling your dad. Like, what if they're here? Yan, yung best mo, yan.
20 stories.